Assalamu alaikum dear students. Now our next topic is abiotic factors में और एक आता है that is light. Now you know that light is the visible part of electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum. And that ranges from 390 to 740 nanometers of wavelength. And there is a part that is photosynthetically active radiation. And that have the range of about 400 to 700 nanometers. This is called as PAR. Photosynthetically active radiations जो है that is the part of electromagnetic spectrum or visible light. Since plants produce food by the process of photosynthesis. And when sunlight is available, plants produce carbohydrates. They produce carbohydrates, and release the oxygen gas. And they release the oxygen gas. That is, oxygen is a byproduct of this process, that is photosynthesis. So this acts as a source of energy. Solar energy जो है, it acts as a source of energy, and that energy is converted into the form of carbohydrates or food. And these carbohydrates directly or indirectly act as food for all other life on the surface of Earth. So this food is essential for all other organisms, and it also acts as a source of energy. It comes out from the photosynthesis, and photosynthesis takes place with the help of light. So light is the ultimate source of energy. Solar light, all light is the ultimate source of energy. Ultimate source of energy in an ecosystem or in a habitat. Now, life exists because of this source of energy. The availability of light on land. The availability of light on land is closely linked with that of temperature. That means temperature and light जो है ये closely linked है. As we know that sun is the source of both. Sun is the source of both light as well as temperature. Now, these qualities of light, these qualities, that means it has temperature, it has light, and it has different wavelengths, or you can say intensity, or you can say the energy related to light. All these are essential for the life, and they are all obtained from the sun. So solar energy or light energy is the ultimate source of energy for all forms of life, even in plants, animals, microorganisms. Now, these light affects plants in different ways. That is, there is importance, you can say, importance of light to the plants, importance of light to plants, or you can say the effects of light on plants or different physiological processes, or effect of light on physiological processes. Now you know there is one important process, that is photosynthesis. जो अभी हमने डिस्कस किया दैट द रेट ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस जो है, रेट ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस डिपेंड्स अपॉन द quality, it depends upon the intensity and duration of light. You have to recall the topic in class 11th, that quality also affects, intensity also affects, and duration of light also affects the rate of photosynthesis. All these are important for the photosynthesis. Now there is next one, that is plants जो हैं, plants have been divided on the basis of light intensity into two types, which we call as, one as heliophytes, or they are called as the sun plants. These are found in the bright sunlight. That means they need more intensity of light. They need more duration of light, and they need the high quality, that means bright sunlight. These plants are called as heliophytes. And there is another type that is called as sheophytes. These sheophytes are also called as the shade plants. These are the plants which love the shade, which grow in the low intensity of light, which need the very short duration of light, and they need low quality. Now the light also affects the growth of the plants. Now growth is favored by increased availability of food. That is photosynthesis. Whenever there is more photosynthesis, there is more growth. Now moderate light intensity and red ultraviolet radiations, that means red and ultraviolet radiations जो हैं, they favor the rosette habitat in plants. Rosette means bushy appearance, or you can say that is the crown of leaves. While as blue light जो है, blue light along with ultraviolet radiation, they also favor the moderate growth, but normal growth. That is, blue light favors moderate but normal growth. Likewise, there is another that is called as transpiration. You know it. Transpiration is loss of water due to loss of water in the form of vapors by the plants through leaves or stomata, that is transpiration. Now, light favors opening of stomata. It favors opening of stomata. When it favors opening of stomata, that means that promotes the transpiration. That promotes transpiration. That promotes transpiration. It is increased by heating effect of light. Heating effect of light. Whenever there is more intensity of light, there is more transpiration, or when there is more heating effect of light, there is more transpiration. And there is another one that is called as germination. Now, in some plants, germination is also affected by light. Now, a number of seeds जो हैं, they are sensitive to light. A number of seeds are sensitive to light. Sensitive to light. And that is called as photoplastic response. That is called as photoplastic response. This photoplastic response जो है, on the basis of that photoplastic response, seeds have been divided into three types with respect to germination. With respect to germination, on the basis of the photoplastic response, they have been divided into three types. Number one is called as positive photoplastic. These seeds जो हैं, they require the light, flash of light for germination, or before germination. That is, that there is one plant that is called as viscum. There is another plant that is called as the lepidium. There is another group that is called as negative photoplastic. Negative photoplastic seeds. These seeds, if exposed to light, they do not germinate easily. That means there is no need of this light for their germination. For example, there is onion, there is lily, and there are non-photoplastic seeds. Non-photoplastic seeds means these seeds germinate irrespective of the light. Irrespective of light. That means they have no effect of light on their germination. There are beans, there is maize. That means light affects to some extent the germination. And there are also movements. You note that movements in plants. Light also affects the movements inside the plants. Plant shoots जो हैं, plant shoots, they bend. Plant shoots bend towards the source of light. Source of light. Light. And they are called as positively phototropic. Positively phototropic. And you know, roots जो हैं, they move away from the light, away from the source of light, they are called as negatively phototropic. So light also affects the movements in the plants. There is also the pseudometal moments. Pseudometal moments. Now, light affects the pseudometal moments, you know it. Light favors the opening of pseudomata, and the pseudomata which open during the day, they are called as photoactive. Photoactive stomata जो है, they open during the light or during the day, and in some plants the stomata open during the night. These are called as scotoactive stomata. So when there is light, it favors the opening of stomata in most of the plants. These stomata are called as photoactive, and in some plants during night stomata open, they are called as scotoactive. And this is an adaptation for conservation of water, as in camp plants the stomata open during the night. Now there is lastly the most important factor, that is light जो है, it affects that is called as photoperiodism. Now it is the response of organisms or plants to the photoperiod, that is photoperiod or light duration in a day. That means this is essential for the flowering, to induce the flowering in the plants, and the phenomenon is called as photoperiodism. And accordingly the plants have been divided into long day plants, short day plants, and day neutral plants. Now long day plants जो हैं, need long durations of light. They need long durations of light for the induction of flowering. That means they flower when they are exposed to long durations of light, that is 12 to 16 hours of daylight. And there is, for example, there is one that is radish, there is one that is spinach. These plants जो हैं, they need long durations of light. And there is short day plants, means these plants need short exposure of light. That means they grow during the short days and they need short durations of light to induce their flowering. So they are called as short day plants. There is one that is called as xanthium. There is another that is called as chrysanthemum or cosmos. These are short day plants. There is another, they are called as day neutral plants. Day neutral plants have no effect on, there is no effect of daylight or durations of daylight on their growth or flowering. They are called as day neutral plants. For example, there is potato, there is cotton, potato or cotton, etc. These are called as D-neutral plants.